We ready? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Blake Inscore, Crescent City Mayor, and thank you for joining us this Friday afternoon as we give a press briefing on all things related to COVID-19 and the coronavirus here in Delmar County. Oh. And so we want Jerry Hemmingson, Chair of the Board of Supervisors here. Dr. Ray Walt will be joining us. So I'm going to turn it over, first of all, to Dr. Ray Walt. Let him give us his update. That's the most important update this afternoon. So Dr. Ray Walt, I know you're joining us from your computer. Would you go ahead and give the community an update this afternoon, please?
Sure. So everyone probably has heard the news that we have our first confirmed case in Norte County. We received the news yesterday. We've been doing some investigation. We don't think it's travel related at this point. We're still classifying this case as unknown. And the reason is it's probably wrong to presume community spread until we see more cases that we can't confirm or identify in any other way. And then we would make the conclusion of community spread. So we're going to leave it in the unknown category for the moment. Obviously, this is big news and different feel around the community this morning, but not really unexpected. Actually, I expected we would get a case sooner than this. And from our perspective, it doesn't change very much. We still want people to do the same things we've been telling them. We still need people to shelter in place, keep doing the social distancing we've been talking about. Pretty much everything is the same. And just want people to sharpen their focus a little bit more. And that's the reason why. It's clear that we have a case here and we're probably going to get more.
Thank you, Dr. Ray Walt. We really appreciate your leadership in this time as we continue to move through this together as a community. I'm going to let Jerry Hemmingson share a few words, and then we'll see if we have any other questions for you specifically, Dr. Ray Walt.
Thank you, Mayor Inscore. Appreciate it. I'm Jerry Hemmingson, Chairman of the Delmar County Board of Supervisors. First of all, I'd like to recognize the great work that Delmar County Operations of Emergency Services is doing. They're certainly out there preparing for a surge. You know, they're out here to protect you. They're gearing up for the worst and hoping for the best. And even though they may be out of sight, they are out there working very hard. I would say tirelessly, but I think by now they're probably tired because they've been working since we've been hearing about this. So anyway, I want to give a shout out to them that what a great job they're doing. I want to talk or just give an update sort of on this, the Paycheck Protection Plan or Payroll Protection Plan that has come out. Matter of fact, the applications can go in today. You can go to preparedelmort.com and fill out the initial economic injury survey, and they'll kind of guide you. You kind of get an idea of what you need to fill out there. As far as the payroll protection plan, it's pretty simple. It's about a 2-page, very simple form to fill out. There's about 1.5 pages of instructions that are easy to follow. Basically what they want is your average monthly payroll times 2.5. That would be the amount that you would be eligible for. And if you keep your employees working through the duration of whatever that time frame is, end of June, I believe, that could turn into a grant. So I know they say that in all the documents that it would turn into a grant, but you know, that's to be seen. So just be aware of that. And I want to thank Dr. Ray Walt for, you know, for all his hard work also and what he's doing. And just reiterate what he said, let's stay vigilant about washing your hands, social distancing, stay at home if you can, especially if you don't feel well. So anyway, that's all I got to say. Blake, back
All right.
to you.
Thank you. I want to encourage you, local businesses, if you have not gone to preparedelnorte.com and connected with the COVID-19 business support page, you need to do that. We've got a whole team that's working to help you get through this. And they're planning some webinars that would walk you through some of the things that Jerry was just talking about with this PPP application and anything that can help you get through this. I think you need to take advantage of that. And there's people there that will answer your questions and team you up with the right person to help you through this. I also want to reiterate what Jerry said about doing the things that we need to do. The sheltering in place. Don't go places you don't need to go right now. Using those good hygiene things, using the hand sanitizer. The other thing that I want to really encourage you to do is you need to bookmark the public health page on the Delmar County website. You need to watch that. You need to look at these updates and the bulletins that Dr. Ray Walt puts out. The information that he gives us is vital to us having the right information for our community. He writes in a way that all of us can understand. He addresses things that are our specific concerns right here. He brings it down to home here in Delmar County. So you need to make sure that you're reading those. One of the things that he included in his bulletin yesterday when he announced that we had the case that we now have here, an active case, was this question about whether or not you should be wearing a mask. And my wife's been making these masks. I have mine. When I go to the grocery store, I put my mask on. The interesting thing is and I'm not out a lot in the stores, but when I do go, I'm not seeing a lot of people who are wearing masks. I want to just encourage you to do that. If nothing else, it's a good reminder that when you're in a public environment like that, where you're touching things, you're also not going to be touching your face. So, I know we've gotten some mixed messages from different leaders about the masks. Read what Dr. Ray Walt has to say. He's our expert here, and that's who we should be listening to. Not everybody you read on Facebook. Why don't we focus in on our medical professionals here and our public health officer. And I just so appreciate, Dr. Ray Walt, your leadership and your communication during this time. Dr. Ray Walt, is there anything else you want to share with the public before we sign off and head into the weekend?
One thing, yeah, actually, I appreciate your comments and I thank you for your support. And you brought up the issue of masks. I would like to point out that I believe even today there was a press conference, maybe even as we speak, from the White House about using masks at home. I think that'll become the new normal. I encourage people to figure out a way to make their own. We still don't have a supply of professional masks like surgical masks or N95s anywhere near enough to support what we would need to begin handing them out to anybody. We're reserving all of that for healthcare providers and healthcare facilities, and the supply is very low nationwide. So cloth masks, homemade masks, scarves, bandanas, anything that people want to use, I think that's what we're aiming for. And, take them, use them, and take them home and wash them, use them again, wash them, use them again. Maybe have a couple on hand. I think it's good basic preventive medicine in an epidemic like this. So I strongly encourage people to do that. I think it's now become the new normal for us, and we should be practicing as much as we can.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Ray Walt. Jerry, any final words to this afternoon?
Yeah, while we're talking about the masks, I think that's great because, you look pretty scary with that mask on, which is a good thing, because I think if you are out and about and you're wearing a mask and somebody else is not, that's going to remind them that, hey, I want to do this social distancing. I want to stay away from this guy. He could be sick.
Could be sick.
So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there. So good idea if you're going to be out and about to wear a mask.
All right.
That's all I've got. Thanks, Blake. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Dr. Ray Walt. Everyone have a good weekend. Remember, we're in this together, and we're not, because we have a case, it's not a time for panicking or overreacting. It's a time to continue to be vigilant and to do the things that you've been encouraged to do. And if we can all do those things, then we can minimize maybe the real big effects that this can have. But the reality is it's here now. And we need to make sure that we're doing our part to manage this together. If you have questions, if you think you may have symptoms, call your healthcare professional. Don't try to self-diagnose. Make that phone call. Ask someone who knows what you should do. And so you have a good weekend, everyone. We'll be back next week giving you the very best updates. Again, be sure you're bookmarking on the Delmar County webpage, the public health section, and watch for the updates and the briefings from Dr. Ray Walt so that you can have the best and accurate information about everything involving COVID-19 here in Delmar County. Everyone have a great afternoon.